Hey guys, it's Jean and Ween here. Today we're gonna go over my MotoVlogging helmet setup as well as the cameras that I use. I've gotten a lot of questions about this already, so that's why I'm making this video. If you have any questions for me, I'd love to hear them down below in the comments, and I'd love to hear what setup you guys are using and what's been working really well. Let's get started. Alright, so first let's talk about my helmet. As you can see here, I have a mount on the front of it, and I'll put the link down below. I got it on Amazon, it was pretty cheap. I actually haven't used this mount yet, but I know a lot of motovloggers that are using it, and they seem to have a lot of good luck with it. I ordered it right before it started snowing and then never stopped in Ohio, so I haven't gotten to take it out yet. I'm a little bit concerned because it does move pretty freely, so I'm gonna try and tighten down these screws and try and get it in a good spot where it will stay. But I'm really excited for the perspective that it's going to give. I think it'll be fun to kind of see what I'm seeing. Before this, I was using a chest mount where you just kind of strap it on like a backpack. I have it right here. And you just kind of strap it on like a backpack, and then the GoPro mounts right here, and then it sits kind of right on your sternum. And that's really nice, and it's very, very stable. That's one thing that I do love about the chest mount. However, I kept hitting it with the bottom of my helmet. I would hit the top of the GoPro, and if I would ever look off to the side of the view where this would go, you wouldn't see it with my head because it would just be my head turning and my chest would stay straight forward. So that's one reason I've switched over to the helmet cam. We'll see if it works out any better or not. I'd love to hear your feedback on that. Next up, the thing that I've had the most questions about, and that's my audio quality and how I get my audio quality actually in the helmet. So this was a nod from a couple different YouTubers. I believe it was Her Two Wheels and Yemi Noob. We kind of combined what they did, and it's really been working out quite nicely. It's very simple, very easy, but you do have to put your audio and video together in post because it is recorded separately. The first thing I'll talk about in regards to my audio setup is what microphone I use. I use this microphone here. It is from a gaming headset that my friend Quinn gave to me. He said he had an extra one sitting around and we wanted to play Call of Duty together. He brought this to work one day for me and gave it to me. It is red and black, Ear Force Reckon. So this is like the cheapest way to do your motovlogging setup. Get your best friend to give you a headset. We just popped off the microphone, it pulls right out. It's just a little auxiliary plug there, as you guys can see. And then the microphone auxiliary attachment. You are going to need a long auxiliary cable for this specifically. I've got my long cable here, and there we go. But this has to go into something, and that's where we talk about recording that audio and video separately. So the audio records into this really old Zoom recorder that my husband had. It's really old. I think you can pick them up for like $100. They make new ones. Plug it right in to the recorder. You do have to obviously mount this microphone inside your helmet, and then this has to go somewhere on you. That's been something that's a little bit challenging for me. It doesn't always fit perfectly in my pockets, but it does fit most of the time. So once you got this set up, then you will mount the microphone into your helmet and then run the cable and the Zoom recorder down into one of your pockets and just tuck it away. Eileen, no. So without putting it on, I don't know if you guys can see, but down in there, I think that's gonna be about the best spot for me. and then I would just plug in my auxiliary cord and take that into the recorder. So now that we've gone over my audio setup, let's talk about the video setup. On my helmet here, we have the GoPro Hero 9 Black. Really like this camera. It's been a lot of fun. One of the great features that we love about this is the in-body stabilization. It seriously looks like you're on a gimbal, but you're just doing kind of a handheld thing with the camera. So that's been really fun. Additionally, really have been enjoying the horizon leveling. Next, the camera on the bike is the GoPro Hero 5 Black. So this is a bit of an older camera. We've had this one for quite some time. I actually bought this for our honeymoon. We were going to Maui and doing a bunch of fun things that I thought would be really cool to film, like riding down the side of a volcano on bikes. That was pretty cool. We went surfing, did a bunch of cool things. But this really is just kind of for the basic, you guys. This is really just for the viewer's perspective that I can put on the bike and just have a solid shot each time. And I don't really need a lot of special effects with this, so it's just kind of the workhorse camera. Now to talk about what camera you guys are in right now. This is the Sony a7C. I have been loving this camera. I shoot weddings and I wanted to pick up something that was a little bit smaller, something that I didn't feel like I was taking out my rig every day just to take personal photos or to do fun stuff like this. So the a7C is a full frame camera with the ability to have interchangeable lenses. It also has a really nice flip out screen. Let me go ahead and grab my other camera to show you guys. So you can see here, I've got the a7C on a tripod, really solid camera. On it, I do have my Tamron. This is my workhorse lens. It's a 28-75 f2.8. I don't want to get into too much detail about this lens, but I absolutely love it. It's the one that lives on my camera most. And again, just love how this camera is a little bit smaller. It's a little bit more low profile. It really gets the job done and is very lightweight. So over there is the Sony a7R3. That is my workhorse camera for weddings or any event that I'm hired out to shoot. It's been a really great camera. I've had it for a few years and I absolutely adore it. One of the biggest things that I love about that camera is it shoots at 42 megapixels, and then there is a crop sensor punch that you can assign to one of your buttons to zoom in just a little bit but still have a great quality image. As far as lenses go, like I said, on this one I have the Tamron 28-75 f2.8, and on that one over there we have the Tamron 17-28 f2.8. This guy here in front of me is set at 35 millimeters currently, and over there we are at the full 28 millimeters. For my most recent video about running around to Iron Pony, I was on the a7C with the Tamron 20 2.8 lens. I really enjoy that lens because it is very light, very small, really low profile, and it makes for an easy vlogging setup. I really enjoy the focal length. You get pretty much everything that you need in the frame and have a nice f-stop as well. The other lens that I have is a Sony 85mm 1.8. I have yet to use that for the vlogging setup yet, but I am very excited to. But one thing I love about the 85 is that it has the 1.8 f-stop, so you're going to get a lot more light sent into the camera as well as a really nice bokeh. The 85 is my favorite focal length of all time for photos, but doesn't usually have a lot of place in this vlogging setup, at least as of yet, but I'm eager to use it at some point. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I know I have had a lot of questions about the moto vlogging setup so far, so I hope that this was really informative. If you guys have any questions, I'd love to talk with you about them. Just let me know below in the comments or shoot me a DM on Instagram at OneDownGeneUp. Really hoping that we get to go out on the bike next week. We'll see what this Ohio weather does and if I can get out there without getting too salted up, because they salt the roads a bunch here in Ohio. Thank you guys again. I really appreciate it. I want to give a huge shout out to some people that have recognized me lately. One, Rev Sanity, Father Bobber, and Robin the Lady Biker. I really appreciate your guys' comments and your shout outs. You guys should go check them out on Instagram and on YouTube. So subscribe to their pages. They're really cool people and they put out some awesome content. Alright guys, thanks again. I'll catch you next week at Tuesday. On Tuesday. We're gonna get this right one time. I'll catch you next week on Tuesday at 9 a.m. I'll catch you next Tuesday at 9 a.m. Moses, come here. Okay. I got it. No, you need to go. We're knocking down the icicles. These are huge. For Sparta! It's taller than me.
Come on, buddy.
Bye.